I really hate AMD. I hate AMD. I really hate AMD. AMD really sucks, but they got a new product. Will this product be great, or will it suck? Yeah, we're back again. Back for some AMD funness, man. AMD makes me feel like Sparta. Sparta's in the house in the show tonight. Yeah, enjoying the show. So Sparta's my guest tonight. Nothing special there. Thought it would be kind of cool to have Sparta in the show. So just look at Sparta. He's looking good. He's looking damn good. He's sexy. He's beautiful. He's everything I want to be as a person and a man. Yeah. Okay. So welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and roll us a very, very magical intro.
Computers, gaming, retro gear, devices, tech reviews, and more. Geeking off with Anthrit.
Yep. There's my co-host, Mr. Sparta. So go ahead and enjoy Mr. Sparta. Well, it wouldn't be complete, right? Unless I bring in the other real co-host. Go ahead, say hi there, Mr. Macrophiliac.
The memes are dank and real. Good evening, folks.
Yeah,
Happy
they are.
weekend.
Yes, it's the weekend. Con pie. I think I drank too much of that in the pre-show because I'm already low. It's empty. But one soldier down, got a backup. You can't go without a backup of beer. So, with that intro, I think you can kind of guess what our topic is for this particular show. It's been in the news. It's been everywhere. People in my Discord have been talking about it. Barnacle Nerdgasm has been talking about it. It's all over the internet, man. Everywhere you go on YouTube, all you hear about is that AMD is back. Yes, AMD is trying to make an epic return with the AMD Ryzen. Yes, the AMD Ryzen is here. Wow. And what do they got up for this lineup? The Ryzen 7, they've got a 1700, a 1700X, and an 1800X. Each one with their own specific stats. The 1700 coming in at 3 gigahertz base, 3.7 turbo, at $329. Yeah, that's quite a deal. That's a good damn deal. Kinda. And then the 1700X, 3.4 gigahertz, 3.8 turbo, and that one's going for $399, so $400. So, yeah, for about on the turbo end, you're getting 1 point in gigahertz there, for about what, $60 more. And what do we got? The 1800X, 3.6 gigahertz base and 4 gigahertz turbo. Yeah, competing up there with the 6700K. Except it's got 8 logical cores versus 4 and the hyper-threading. That one coming in at $499. $499. Yes, buy it today. It's only $499 at your local Newegg pre-order section. Now, that's already sold out, so you're screwed. You're not getting one. I'm not getting one because, I have my own reasons, but it's not because they're sold out. But I have my own reasons. Okay, let me switch back over to the group here. So what are your thoughts on this new AMD of beautiful sexiness?
You know, it's funny. They said that they thought they would meet customer demand, and when they said that, the first thing I thought of was Nintendo. But we'll get into that maybe later.
But are they going to be scalping AMD CPUs next? These suckers are going to be going for like $800,
no.
man.
No.
What's going to be in the Switch?
I don't think they'll be that hot an item, but it'd be interesting to see that happen. But you seldom see that with niche products like PC Master Race products. You might see that with
they
like
are already
Titan
sold out.
CPUs,
I mean, they're sold
Titan
out.
GPUs or something.
We're not getting our
Really?
hands on this. Yeah, pre-orders, from what I understand, are sold out. Checking it out on Newegg. They sold pretty quick.
Anybody who has the money to ditch or put towards this, PC Master Race, we're more patient. We're not as crazy as console people. We're not quite as desperate as console people. At least I'd like to think so.
I'm not sure, but I would definitely, at least from my experience with past AMD products, I would wait this one out. At least give it a couple months and then hop on Google and start searching and seeing how many people are having issues with this particular processor, like what its temperatures are doing, what it's doing in the real world, versus right now you're getting a lot of tech YouTubers are going to get this thing, and because it's sponsored, they're going to be kissing AMD's ass no matter what, even if it does got issues.
There's AMD CEO Lisa Su said, "Be honest with your reviews. Do what you want with them." Here's the thing AMD does well, though. They do well in multi-threading. The 8350, even the 9X Phenoms, as stability issues as they had, those were excellent multitasking processors. Those gave the Intel processors, the Sandy Bridge series at the time, a run for their money if you were using that many threads. And that's the strength they're actually playing on right now, is multi-threading. If you're video editing, this will benefit you. From a gaming perspective, per core, these processors still lag behind Intel. They only slightly exceed them when you factor in all the cores. And that's the 1800X part, which competes with a $1,000 6900K from Intel. That being said, the 6900K is based on Broadwell, which is 3 to 4 year old Intel architecture.
Well, yeah, Intel has been kind of just sitting there remaking just trying to optimize it. They're not really bringing anything full and innovative to the table. I will give them that. AMD is definitely trying to do something here, but I want to see a quality boost out of AMD. And that's why I've titled this AMD for Chefs. Why? Because this AMD, from the sound of the stats here, this sucker is going to be able to cook eggs on it. You're going to be able to put this in your restaurant, and your cash registers running off this thing are going to cook the food.
Here's the thing, though. Both their top-end part and their bottom-end part run considerably cooler, at least from the quoted TDP perspective, than the competitive Intel parts, which in itself is impressive, and I'm kind of skeptical as to how they're pulling that off. They did talk in press conferences about a very dynamic clock reduction system. It might be incredibly aggressive voltage adjustment as demand is needed, but once you actually hammer the thing, hit all the cores, it probably will start cooking.
And that's where okay. If I ever get the chance to actually test this thing, right now it's just definitely not in the budget. Unless AMD, I hate your guts, but can you please send me one to test and see if I can fall in love with you again? I'll promote you. I'll make you great again. Make AMD great again. That's how I feel about it.
That's something, no matter what side of the fence you're on, if AMD's burned you in the past, you should want AMD to succeed at this, because it will force Intel to stop kind of sitting on their asses. That being said, Intel, they do have some nice things in the pipeline, but really ever since they made core architecture and started beating AMD at benchmarks, they've just been working on improving efficiency. We've only seen about a 5%, maybe 10% boost year over year. So for AMD to come back 5 years after the 8350 and claim a 52% boost, sure, it's nice, but it's maybe about on par with Intel.
Okay.
All that, but really though, competition is the thing
it needs to happen.
Market.
And it was kind of funny, in our Discord chat, we got into the discussion like, what CPU architecture, what's going to really take over? And right now, it's already happening. It's the ARM architecture. That is the
Exactly.
processor of our future. It is a little bit behind, but it is the processor of our future. When we're talking today, that one day, I don't need a big desktop. I just have my phone. I walk in, I come home, dock this sucker, and I got everything just as powerful as it is now. That day is coming. And I look forward to that day.
Yeah, the biggest inhibitor in that respect, at least for being a desktop replacement, ARM processors. We still do so much on the web. They don't do JavaScript as well as desktop processors, but I feel like hardware, especially GPU acceleration, is really gonna balance shit out over time. Samsung, Broadcom, the things they're pulling off with mobile chips that are completely passively cooled and get day-long battery is nothing short of amazing. But I think Intel is actually starting to take pages from these people, trying to go by their example. I mean, hell, my Chromebook that I'm running Sparta on right now, completely passively cooled. It's basically an i3 equivalent processor, but I can hammer that thing, and it doesn't get more than lukewarm to the touch. They're trying to compete at the same level as ARM mobile chips. And that translates into the desktop as well when you can throw water coolers and giant tower coolers at these things. Yeah, I'm actually surprised AMD, the chip that they're claiming to go neck and neck with in multi-threaded select few benchmarks is a 140 watt chip. The chip AMD has out there, 1800X, is a 95 watt chip. That's impressive. I'm very skeptical.
That's what I'm interested in. Is going to be like my previous AMD. I go to render and damn, computers, I can't keep the sucker cool. That'll be an interesting test. When people start playing with this, I really want to know how the video rendering is going to go. But I guess a little difference than what I was dealing with back then is because I changed editing software that's now rendering off of the GPU versus CPU. Is it going to matter? Is it going to matter when video editors in the future are going to be dependent off the GPU over the CPU? The CPU is just there for a little bit of support.
Yeah, that's why I think they're almost thinking a little bit in the past. AMD had initiatives. They were actually trying to do Opteron chips with ARM on the side, at least for the server market, but they might want to consider that for the desktop market and maybe more emphasis on their APU platform. But that's the thing a lot of people aren't pointing out, that all these benchmarks they claim to be beating Intel at, multi-threaded, not single core. They're pointing out their low-end 1700 processor is beating a 7700K. The 7700K is only an 8-thread processor. This is a 16-thread processor. No shit, it's gonna beat it at multi-threading.
Yeah, but our apps. I was listening to Tech Talk with Barnacules, and they brought up a good point. Is the software at our level right now going to be able to take advantage of that many damn cores?
Even if it did, doesn't matter because GPUs do a lot of that shit better.
Okay.
I could see this working well for maybe servers, virtualization spaces, but even for consumers, it's not a viable solution. It's like that's a thing a lot of people missed about AMD. Their last big thing, the bulldozer cores, those 8-core parts, were actually based off of Opteron chips. Their marketing guys wanted a multi-threaded chip, and they put it out there. It was per core slower than Intel, and these chips now are per core slower than Intel. So history's kind of repeating itself, but again, I do hope that this will ruffle Intel's boots a little bit. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah, and that brings up a little point I had in the show notes here. Are we going to buy it, and is it worth it? For you, would you, if you had the money right now in the bank, would you go out and pick one of these bad boys up?
If I had the money in the bank, out of curiosity, I probably would. I'd probably still use my Intel machine. I think I trust him a little more at this point, as much as I hate to say that.
And I'm on the same boat. I am not jumping on board on this. Even though I could go out and buy one right now, but it's not in the budget. I got my budget for other things. But for the most part, I'm going to wait on this one. This is definitely something I would like to test, like maybe in a wife's computer kind of a thing. That would be a good test for this product because she's been bugging me. The laptop's 5 years old and Minecraft's laggy on it. You know, I got to get her something that's a little bit more beefier. And if I put this in her system and she comes back to me bitching about her Minecraft crashing every 5 seconds, then I know it's not a bad deal. But the problem is I'm still out, $500? So I'm definitely going to wait and see on reviews of how other people look at this product and go from there. Right now, I would say if you're skeptical against AMD and you are an AMD hater like me and Barnacules, then definitely don't jump on this one. Give it some time. Just give it some time. Let her cool her tits, you know? Play with it later, you know? Let her calm down. Let her finish the orgasm and chill.
Really? It's funny, though. An Intel spokesperson came out saying basically that consumers are a little smarter. We're a little more patient than that. They're willing to wait, to see, basically saying,
yeah, this is no Nintendo Switch with a couple of games.
Right. This is the future of microprocessors.
But if I had to predict something, I think AMD is going to fuck up. I think this is going to be a piece of shit product, just like AMD's other products from all the time it's ever been. And if I was running this, I bet you I'd be pissed, just raging it because, like I said, AMD has not been nice to me. I want to take AMD and I want to pound AMD. I want to take some AMD fanboys and beat the fuck out of them because it feels good. Damn. Okay. Calm down.
Yeah. You good now?
Yeah, I'm good. Really good.
Pull it in. Okay.
Yeah.
History is going to repeat itself. I don't think it'll completely suck. I think it will definitely not live up to the hype, and Intel will end up on top again. But this will at least, I think, unquestionably pull enough people over back to the AMD side that'll drop prices, which works out better for all of us.
Okay. Well, we'll see what this happens in the future. You got anything more you want to say on this before we move on to our next fun topic of this day? Feel pretty good?
Plenty.
You feel good? I feel pretty good. Like I said, we'll check back on this one. Definitely. Be keeping my eye on it. That's for sure. I'll run a few Linux servers with it. I bet it will do great on that. Well. This one is interesting, and I just need to talk about it. Once I get my right window up, is my good old friend, Tommy NC 2010. Now, what Tommy NC 2010 is doing is something that is a little shocking.
Hello.
Were your ears burning, Tommy?
I don't know. I just got the link to come in here.
Okay. We were just talking about why is your face painted?
It's for the Joe Cronin show tonight. They're celebrating 100 episodes of the.
Can you lower your camera down a bit so we can see you? I just see the top of your head just a bit. Okay. Oh, you're wearing the blue tie and everything. Well, we're over here discussing something that you're getting attacked about.
What's that?
Can crushing for money. A lot of people are saying you're out there e-begging, that you are trying to get money for a cause, and this cause is to go to Playlist Live.
Is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with trying to, so I'm like, is that a problem? Like with me trying to, apparently, I guess that's apparently people just think, okay, I'm Mr. Bad Guy because I don't have enough money to support myself, actually go to a convention like that. Does that make me a bad guy?
I guess it depends on approach to some people. Some people see
What do
it
you
as
think, Anthony? Like, I only care about your opinion. Like, you think I'm a bad guy because I'm asking for money to go to a convention?
I don't think you're a bad guy. I just think your approach is a little off, if that makes sense. It's just a little off. I think there's got to be a better way to do it because I don't know why people are so flippant on this one. This one's just blowing my mind. I've never seen your community going after you like this. It's shocking. It's shocking. And you are getting support for it. So let's see. As of right now, Tommy is sitting at $175 out of, oh, you changed the goal. It was $10,000. That was a little overkill. $3,000, okay, is a little bit more of a better asking price. That's probably a little bit more, it sounds a little bit better than what you were originally asking for. So what made you change your mind on that one?
Because Hamza even said that it was kind of overrated, so I lowered it.
Because $10,000 is a lot of money. Woo! You imagine what you could do with $10,000? Get a car with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy a cancer patient a wheelchair.
Yeah, basically. But the thing is, I'm just trying to get back to playlists. That's all I'm trying to do, and I don't have the money to do it, the proper money to do it. So I just did what I did last year and try to raise money, and then apparently that makes me a bad guy because here's the thing: I'm not gonna let the can crush manipulate me. So I'm gonna use it to my advantage. I'm gonna use it to try to make money. And so if they're not gonna get a can crush out of me regularly, they have to donate. So they're not gonna make me stop.
Explain to me how that idea came about.
Well, basically, I see it a million times in my chat, and I'm like, you know what? I'll use this to my advantage, and I will use the Can Crush to get donations, and they'll donate to get the Can Crush, and I'll give it to them, and I have a bunch of cans already ready to be crushed on a live stream, and if they donate $5, I will crush it.
Just make sure you don't actually drink the soda because that can't be good or healthy for you either. There's some people concerned about the health.
I dumped some of it down the drain. I put some of it in a pickle jar. So, I drink some of it, but I don't drink all of it.
And I kind of got a serious question, so don't get too mad at me for this next particular question. Since the day that you launched the donations, since you started this, every day since then, you've lost about 209 subscribers the first day, 319 the next one. It's slowing down now. It's kind of leveling off. What do you have to say to those people that have unsubscribed to you?
I don't care about my sub numbers. Honestly, I'm trying to make content, and I don't care about my sub numbers. I just care about making content.
No.
My fans.
What I'm asking you is, what would you want to say to those unsubscribers that have left? What would you tell them?
I'd be like, it's really ridiculous. How do you expect me to get to a convention if I'm not making enough money on YouTube to fund myself and Hamza and James Worley to get to a convention? Like, how do you expect me to get there when you guys are not watching all my videos to give me enough, watching enough of my videos to help me get to those kind of conventions? And why are you being a dead subscriber and just sitting there and not watching the videos? And then everybody, when people put in the chat, oh, look how many subs he has, I don't care when they say that kind of stuff because I don't care about my sub count. I care about my fans, and I care about making content.
Okay. And do you think you're going to be able to reach this goal? I know last time you were able to pull this off. You were able to, I guess, well, you didn't really do it last time. I think somebody else did it for you. So, but he had a different approach, I guess, than. Have you ever tried contacting him to see if he can help you with the?
Oh my gosh, he said he would donate, but he's been really busy.
Well, that's kind of a bummer. Because to me, I don't know, if it was in my situation, I probably would go find an extra part-time job or find some way to make money Because that's a lot
Everybody's
of
telling
money.
me to get a job. Everybody's telling me to get a freaking job, and I have a job, but it doesn't pay the bills to get me to that convention. That money goes to basically paying my bills here at like for my apartment and my my rent and stuff like that. So I have a job, but it wouldn't be enough to fund me to get the playlist.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, it's too bad they didn't have like at least like a temp agency in your area, and you can make some quick bucks doing a small job, even if it's, I don't know, picking up people's dog poop or shoveling snow. I don't think it snows there, so you can't really shovel snow.
It snows randomly snows sometimes. But me and Homs are actually thinking about doing some gigs for Funktaculars and maybe donations when we do rapping, and then we'll try to raise up enough money, and then we'll put the donations on his credit card. Then he'll donate to the GoFundMe.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask the other co-host. We've got Mark here. I know Mark has been a donator in the past. Mark, what do you think of Tommy's situation and what he's dealing with right now?
I don't know the full aspect of what's happening because I've been away too much.
He's trying to get money to go to Playlist Live. He's trying to get donations. Would you think you would donate to him for his cause?
I don't agree with the hand crushing part of it.
Well, I mean, I say people can donate $10 or $5, whatever, and I don't expect them to do anything. I say everybody that donates is going to get featured in the super vlog if we get enough money to go to Playlist. Everybody is going to be featured like a movie.
You're going to have to give them
like
credits.
The
people who are donating, they definitely like to see something come back in return. That's just natural.
And I feel bad because I didn't do that last year. I want to smack myself because I didn't do that last year.
To give them something. Okay.
I forgot to do that. And this year, hopefully, when somebody edits my vlog and we come back from Playlist, there's going to be a lot of footage for this vlog. Possibly.
Another 3-hour vlog.
Yeah. But, I just... Anthony, you didn't have me coming here just to paint me out look like a bad guy, did you? Like I like that. That's not what I was hoping to get out of this. Like to be painted like a bad guy here.
You're kind of painted like a bad guy at the moment. I didn't even have to. You just came in looking like that. Although I like the blue tie.
I think what mostly brought you here is just another way, another spot you can kind of express how you really feel about this, why you're really doing this. Just another way to reach out to your fans about it.
Yes, I'm honestly trying to just my best. By the way, just to let you know, that little glitch you have, that little thing you have on your thing is really distracting. By the way.
Good. Very good.
Okay. Yeah, that's our this is our other co-host of the show. His name is Sparta. You may have heard of him, you might have not.
Sparta. He's killing the kid from the Goonies. My God, that's horrible.
Oh, that is funny. But anyways, you are going to be able to pull this off. I think you'll be fine. But if it doesn't, okay, this is another good question, I think. If you don't raise all the money, let's say you get a few $100, what is your plan then? If the goal is not reached, what are you going to do with that money? What's your plan? What's your backup plan?
I'm going to go to Canada. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go to Canada and meet a few YouTubers like vlogging life, and maybe go meet also
you go up to vlogging life and you go, oh fuck bud, I'm going to go take stupid out.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk next to him and just like shake his hand, then just like let off a gigantic fart, and I'll just say, "Shout out to Vlogging Live, Adam."
Yeah.
So many times I've farted in my vlog and I've given Adam a shout out.
Okay. So that's his plan. That's what he's gonna go on. Now we move on to a different girl. A girl on YouTube. She goes by the name Hobo Alley. Now, Hobo Alley is doing something a little bit different than I've ever seen before other YouTubers doing. I think this girl is running a scam. She's taken e-bagging to the next level. This girl is saying she's living in a car. Look at this chick. Doesn't she look like a total cunt? Look at her. She's talking about living in a car. And in all of these videos, if you look in the background here, you see this other vehicle over here parked in front of a garage. And then there's a house back here that leads into a doorway. Why is this the background of all of her videos? Most of them anyways. There's some where she's out and about in some other parking lot. But for the most part, this is her background settings. And then she changed it in her most recent video because people were calling her out on it. And now she doesn't show the outside of the windows. The camera's kind of pointing down on her.
Hey, Anthony, I'm going to jump out of here, but thank you so much for inviting me to the show and interviewing me. I really do appreciate it. I got actually, I was scheduled to be on another show also, so I want to say thank you for inviting me tonight.
You're welcome.
Have a great night, man, okay?
You too.
See ya.
See ya. Okay, back to where this is going. About this girl. I don't think she really lives in a van. She's raking up the cash. Look at this. And then on her Patreon, she's got about $500,000 going on here. She's making some money. She's got the YouTube money on top of that. You add all that up, this girl's making probably about $1,500, if I can guesstimate, off of just YouTube and Patreon alone. Now, she's saying she's saving money so she can travel around and sleep in her van. But do you really think something that looks like this, that's a safe idea? Macro? Anybody?
I'm too corrupted. I think she's adorkable. I have a hard time being mad at her, but the only thing I could really fault her for
I'll admit,
she isn't legit. She's clickbaiting.
Yeah, she's definitely clickbaiting, and she's definitely butt fuckable. You know what I mean? I would totally rip that asshole apart.
You really would there. Way to kill what little bit of credibility we had on this show.
Okay, sorry about that. I can see it. Other people are calling her out. Like I said, after she started getting called out, let's change the angle of the camera. Oh, okay, I could say, all right, maybe in the future when she earns some money that she's been e-bagging off of everybody from the internet, then she might live in a van. But one thing I've noticed about her, and I did a little research after finding her channel to see like how people live in vehicles and vans. Most people in that situation, they go through hell. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They get harassed by the cops. They get harassed by other people. It's not a smooth life from what I understand. They've got to be stealthy. They've got to play by these certain rules that go with this. And this girl is not showing any of that. It's just, oh, this is a wonderful life.
Talking about it, but
this is a wonderful life. I live in my car.
I vacation all the time. I don't work a regular job. I've been subbed to her since about December. She put out a video this week. I haven't gotten around to, like 10 ways to make money.
Oh, that video is really good because she goes on about how you can do all this stuff to earn money, and I guarantee you, all those 10 things, she's never done any before. Especially the one where she's saying, "Oh, you can do drop shipping." I don't know what that is. What? And here she's giving suggestions that she's probably never done in her life, like drop shipping, Etsy, and all these. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, watch it because you're looking at it going, okay, here's a young girl in college. She hasn't been out there like most people probably in their 30s and 40s have been doing this. They know how to make their money. But this chick, come on, look at her. If she's sleeping in the car, look at that hair. Look at this. Look at this chick's hair. Look at that. That hair is nice and groomed. Them teeth are nice and pearly and flat, you know. Nothing you'd expect out of a hobo, you know. I mean, even her outfit's nice. It might be clean, but you know, I bet you she smells like perfume.
Just to be clear, her version of hobo means homeward bound.
Oh yeah, I get a kick out of that. I do get a kick out of that.
I saw her like day in the life video, like, oh yeah, just my hair sits this way. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a hair expert, but I have a hard time believing that.
I agree.
She's definitely
agree.
a cute girl. Asian people.
That's why that's why she's doing so well. It's definitely clickbaity. She's got the looks. She's got everything. She's young. She's dumb, and probably full of cum on top of it. And if not, you think this girl is going to be driving around and people aren't going to try to find this girl and try to rape her? There's other that it doesn't seem like a smart idea to me.
I've been meaning to. I'm sure she's been asked a million times in her comments, but I don't know if she ever answered. Like, what do her parents think about this?
I know. If it was my daughter, you know.
I mean, if this is really her kind of her way of living now, I mean, and by that I mean making money off Patreon and YouTube, as opposed to regular 9 to 5s, crap like that. But I mean, I've talked to girls like cam girls and things, and how they've had to essentially come out of the closet, come clean to their parents, how hard that is. Like, if she actually living out of a van, what are her parents think of that?
What's
like,
really going on? Yeah.
I don't care if how respectful or her parents would be of her boundaries. But that's one thing she never brings up. She did do that video recently, like, oh yeah, my mom, we're all checking out churches and shit, but
yeah, look at this. This is a wonderful life.
She doesn't get much into her life other than like, oh, I wanted to move across the country and rent's expensive, so I could buy all the shit I want by living in my car. The theory is solid, but it is entirely questionable if she's doing it. And I wonder if any other, well, I'd say have any other legit people like, say, Element Van Life or a few of the others call her out, but has a bigger channel than all of them. She has a ton of fans.
Yeah,
I am one of them.
82,000 subscribers.
82,000 subscribers, but almost every one of her videos goes viral.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even know who this chick was. It just all of a sudden showed up in my recommended section. I'm like, how is this even possible? Because even with Google's algorithm, it usually goes based off of what you watch and what you search. And somehow she just comes up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, just appeared. And I'm like, this isn't even related to anything I watch. And I click on it, like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, and every time she's done like a tour of her car, you never see a laptop in her car, but yet her videos are pretty well masterfully edited.
That's what the library's for, right?
Well, I mean, not just
Or
that, just
Starbucks.
transitions, just all of it. Like, where's her damn laptop? Where is she sitting down to actually edit these things?
That's
whose
because
internet is she using for this?
that's because that laptop is inside that house right there. Right behind her, there's a house. It's in there. It's in there in her bedroom.
There is a guy that's in a lot of her videos, like that you see when she's doing her van renovation thing.
Yeah, is that her boyfriend or her brother?
Friend, maybe.
Yeah, I thought friend, boyfriend, a brother.
And she says that she doesn't always sleep in her car. Sometimes hot and cold days. But I don't know. I wouldn't call it exactly e-begging. I just call it clickbaiting.
Clickbaiting.
She's at least better than booby streamers.
Okay, I'll give her that.
She's falsely promoting a lifestyle that she probably doesn't take a part in, but she's better than them. She at least, does vacations, has some nice music. Seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, I mean, at least she hasn't gone as far as making GoFundMe accounts to go to an event just to have fun,
Right.
At least she's asking her patrons honestly that this is what she's doing, what it's going for. It's to live in her van because she wants to live in her vehicle. And probably going to be very successful. Or, she won't have to sit there and crush cans to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at the very least, she's promoting kind of an outdoor active lifestyle. Can't fault that.
Yeah. You got to stay active. It's got to stay fit, exercise well, eat well. I mean, she looks like she's
positive.
Yeah, exactly. She looks very positive in all of her videos.
Sorry, Tommy. Still your catchphrase.
If
I had a can, I'd crush it right now. Steal your thunder.
Crush, can't crush. Okay. Okay, I'm done talking about these two YouTubers today. But e-begging, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I say it's all on your approach and what you're going to do with it, because when it comes to here on the internet, that's all we do. We e-beg. Every one of us do it. Every person on the who is in a content creation has e-begged. Now support me on Patreon and hit me the donation link on YouTube. Thank you very much. And you will be appreciated. I'll give you double thumbs up.
It's my last thought, at least on Tommy. It seems like he's going about it right. A lot of his community asked for this, threw that idea out there. He does it. He ends up losing a bunch of people. You're always going to lose people when you try to ask for something like that, or people are like, you sold out. There's always going to be a few.
Yeah. That's
It's hard to please
I'm sure back in the day musicians had to deal with this crap. Oh, you're a big star. You're selling your music. You're not handing it out in parking lots anymore. You're a sellout. Really? People got to eat. When it comes down to it, people got to eat.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, almost any bit of YouTube drama you bring up.
I
You
think
can't
from
please
now on,
everyone.
I'm going to start me a GoFundMe. And it's going to be my beer fund GoFundMe. I'm going to start a GoFundMe account to buy me beer. And I'm going to be honest and straight about it. Donate to my GoFundMe so I can drink beer.
People, he's honest. He's a blatant alcoholic.
Yeah, I need my
needs
booze.
help.
I need
He
it.
needs help maintaining his stupor 24/7. He has a pass. He can drive and work that way. It's just throw money his way, please.
Yes, thank you. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the parking lot of where some AMD park. I'd kill some employees. Yeah. I need my booze, or otherwise I will go crazy.
Crazy what if scenario. Let's.
Yeah. On to the next topic. Oh, I'm still on reverb. On to our next topic, because this one's feeling a little. You can already hear the music. Makes you feel a little pornish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Making you feel a little good down and under.
Sparkle, and I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. And I've got a present for you. Look
This
into
one's
my eyes, Mark.
for our friend,
Look into my eyes.
Mr. Hyder.
Now,
Hello.
Today, Hyder, how old are you, Mr. Hyder?
I'm 34 years young.
34 years young. Well, that's really good. This is a birthday video for Mark that you're kind of seeing right now.
Oh God. Okay.
your cum tastes so warm and salty, Mark. I hope it was
No,
good for
please.
you. as it was me.
Wrong
Happy
answer.
birthday, Mark.
It's already happened. It happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to do that to you. I didn't mean to embarrass you. Did that make you feel a little bit uncomfortable when you first saw that the first time?
You always make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I guess it comes with the territory on that one. It's not like I talk about butt fucking, you know. I don't talk about butt fucking girls that live in vans. I wouldn't do such a thing. I'm very, very clean. I like my women in a bed, not the back seat, because it's a little. I don't know. Why am I going there? And still a virgin, yes.
Oh God.
So how does it feel to be a year older in life?
I might get over it.
You'll get over it. How do
Yeah.
you get over getting older? I've been trying to figure that one out for 35 years.
Keep doing what you keep doing, like making videos and all that.
Okay. And that's your goal, is to keep making your videos moving forward. Did you do anything special for your birthday? Did you do anything great today?
I went to the meetup. Yeah, or basically yesterday I went to the meetup.
Ah,
A
gotcha.
normal Bernie meetup. Yeah.
Now, did they do that for your birthday, or was it just a gathering?
It happens every Friday. They go to a train station to go to Starbucks or then get onto the pub at Waterloo.
Did you get drunk today? I noticed you had a live stream. You were looking a little loosened up there during your live stream today.
I had 1 pint. That's all I had.
1 pint. Ooh.
1 pint. Yeah.
I don't.
You
even know
owe
what that
yourself
means.
more than that.
Yeah.
You got to have yourself a 6-pack, maybe a 12-pack. I think tonight's going to be a 12-pack kind of a night because I'm feeling that way. Mm-hmm. And then when I get really drunk, I like to go into the bathroom and masturbate to Asian girls who live in vans.
Are you sure Olivia's not listening to this?
No, don't tell her. I don't want her to find out.
I'm not going to say anything. But I just.
Oh, that's
she might
funny.
just come across your video.
I think he's done enough weird shit that she's come across that she
She's
doesn't bother watching
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. She's loose.
Right.
What's the term? You come used to something when you're
Complacent.
yeah. Very, very, very normal. It's normal, but I'm not normal. And do I ever claim to be normal? No. But Mark, we would like to say to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marky. Happy birthday to the brony. Oh, yes.
And many more.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
I would have sang, but I would have been out of sync probably and sounded like a clusterfuck to
That
everybody.
sounded a
on the
little
end.
off there, yeah. That's
Plus,
funny.
I'm actually can't sing. I'll admit it, so I don't try.
Okay, well, that's a good thing because
Points for effort, I guess.
I can't really sing either.
That never stopped.
It never stopped me. I wish I had auto-tune, but I can't stop. Oh, wow, my mic's flying away. Our next topic. Yesterday, many of you, if you have an Android device, if you have one of these things in your pocket, yesterday.
Just a second, folks. I just want to pop in.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on here? Somebody's just coming to the show. Oh, hey, what's up?
I just want to say this to Mark. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You have 1,000 ponies.
Oh, wish.
Happy birthday to you. Mark.
Fucking hell. Ow.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting surprise when I was talking to my droid.
Mark Hyder, I have a bunch of liquor right here, and I'm going to toast you.
That's what she said.
I'm being 44 years old.
That's what she said.
44?
You said I'm not 44. I'm
You're
34.
34.
You said liquor.
He's a brony, not over the hill.
Okay, this right here, I'm going to be doing monetize this tonight. And here's my regular Coke, and this is my Coke and rum.
All right, Mum.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to get loaded. You're going to get trashed tonight. I'm going to have to check that out.
Oh, yes. Well,
I'm gonna have to watch the
work
other
tomorrow,
show.
So I can't get too trashed. I have this. This
Oh.
is my liquor limit. The liquor goes all the way up to here. I measured it. It goes to here. So that's my liquor limit. So after I'm done with that, I am done for the night drinking because I have to work tomorrow, and I'm not going to go in a depressed stupor.
Okay,
work.
just to let you know, people in the chat saying you fucked up somebody's ears. He says he thanks you for that. Of course, then again, I put a lot of reverb on that one.
I have a question. What's the name of your show, Anthony?
It is
What?
The Geeky Podcast, am I
the
right?
Geeking Off Podcast because we geeking off. Actually, I came up with the name because I thought of like getting off. You know, when you jerk off, you get off and you shoot your cum all over the fucking place. That was the thinking behind the name of the podcast. I'm thinking getting off, jerking it and getting off. But with technology, replaced with a getting off with geeking. There's the Geeking Off podcast. There's a fun little fact you guys don't really know.
I did not sign up for this.
Okay, Anthony, I have a question for you. With the look of like Vlogger Fair and Chris Perillo, do you think Vlogger Fair is going to disappear soon, or do you think Vlogger Fair is going to keep going? Because I feel like
I haven't been to the last two Vlogger Fairs because the last one I went before that, it totally sucked balls. I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied. I was a disappointed customer. I wanted to rage.
You were happy because I was there, am I right?
Yeah, you made it fun. It was fun. We had a good time. We drank some beers. We had dinner together. Good times.
I didn't drink any beer. I just
at
had,
the restaurant,
did I have
didn't we?
beer?
No, you had sweet tea. Never mind.
Yeah, I had sweet tea.
But we don't call that sweet tea in the North. You got to add your own sugar. We like our our tea bitter. We drink our tea with no sugar. It's bitter.
I'll tell you something funny. I'll tell you a funny story. We're in the restaurant after Vlogger Fair. My dad's with us. We're sitting in the restaurant. Lydia, beautiful Lydia's sitting next to us, me and Anthony. And I turn the waitress, and she's like, "What would you like to drink, sir?" And I'm like, "Sweet tea, sweet tea." And then she's like, "Excuse me, sir, you stupid redneck." And I'm like,
she didn't call you
but
stupid
that's the look
redneck.
she gives me.
She's
that's
like,
the look
she
gives
looked at
me,
you.
like,
This is what she said exactly, sir. You're in the North. That was her
And I
exact
didn't
words.
realize those words to me, "You are a stupid redneck. You're here in the North." And I'm like, I didn't know. So I'm like, okay, I'll have some sweetener with it.
We don't. Our teas are not sweet. We drink them. You drink them normally. They're better bitter. That's how you drink tea.
I tell you what, Anthony gave me a shock of a lifetime. We've talked about this like probably thousands of times, but he gave me a shock of a lifetime. Oh my god. I wish that. Just say I wish you can go to Playlist Live, Anthony. We'd party.
Maybe one of these days. Hey folks. Not only do I need beer money, but now I need to go to Playlist Live. So donate to Tommy so he can pay my ticket. Please,
Yes,
please, I want to go. Please, I will. Instead of crushing cans, I will bust bottles over my head.
Ow!
You better set that $10,000 goal because you're gonna buy a round of drinks for everybody on that plane trip.
Okay, well, thank you for coming to say hi to Mark. Anyways,
I'll see you guys.
See ya. Back to where we were talking about our phones. These things. Yesterday, I got a scare. I actually kind of freaked out a bit, and it caused me to go and check my security settings on my phone because out of nowhere, my phone tells me something has changed and wanted me to re-log in. At first, I'm thinking, oh no, what's going on? Am I getting hacked here? And I'm like, oh, well, I'll go in and check my security. You go through the security check everything out. Luckily, it wasn't anything. Google says they have gotten reports about some users being signed out of their accounts unexpectedly. It didn't happen on any of my browsers or desktop computers. It was just phone and tablet, just the Android devices. It just says, please try to sign into your accounts.google.com. And if you cannot remember your password, please use the link, blah, 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 blah. And from reading the comments here on this particular article, oh man, the droid scrolling. One of these days I'll fix this. We'll figure it out. We'll get video acceleration for this droid. But in these comments, a lot of people who had two-factor authentication had a lot of issue getting back into their account. So it was iffy. For me, it went no problem. Re-signed in. It never bugged me again. End of story. My life was happy. Went to the bathroom, jerked off to some hentai on my phone. I was good. Macro, what did you think of this?
I think I only had it happen on my Chromebook. I just had to sign back into Hangouts. Really didn't think much of it. I just feel like their system might have automatically just booted everybody just to kind of force a natural two-step or re-authentication thing. Minor annoyance.
They didn't say what it was for, but Google, how cryptic. That's probably possible. They're just saying we're going to kick everyone out. But like I said, it didn't do it on any of my browsers. Browsers are still logged in. All those sessions were fine. Yeah. It was just on the the Google devices.
I'm slightly different, Anthony, because I had an update and it said you need to reset your network settings.
Okay, so you didn't get anything about you having to re-log into your device or anything like that?
No, not at all. It was only network settings, but my network settings was correct from the start. It's things like your network and your MMS settings.
What are you doing, Google?
That sounds
What are you
completely
doing?
unrelated.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a different issue.
Yeah, but it
Wha-
happened
what-
but it happened right after a flash update.
Was it yesterday?
That actually makes sense. Your carrier sending details down to you, but it sounds like this was different for either one of us. Like it only happened on Hangouts on my Chromebook. Happened for you just re-signing into your phone entirely.
Yeah, I had to re-log in.
Definitely weird.
Are we running all the same, like the same version of Android?
Well, right now my phone's been bugging me for about a couple of weeks, and I haven't done it yet. Is for that new, was it Nougat? Android Nougat. I haven't done it yet because my wife updated her phone. I don't like it. Don't like it. So I've been kind of like skeptical. So should I do this? Should I not? I don't know.
Oh, OnePlus is kind of a buggy phone. It's not really good to neglect updates.
Well, it works fine right now. And she's bitching about the new update. That's why I'm like, That's why I've been kind of sitting on it. Maybe the updates once they level out, and then I will go and do mine. But right now, I've been fixing things on her phone and helping her with it, and it's different. So I'm just like, I've been holding off on this update because right now my phone works beautifully, and I want to keep it that way. You know,
Must be nice to have your wife as a beta tester.
it's great. It's awesome. Test my Linux for me. Everything perfect. Get a wife. She can test out your AMD Ryzens. This next one.
Be Ryzen.
This next one. I found this one a little surprising. I've never heard of such a thing before in my life, ever. I wouldn't even know who would even consider, or a country would consider something like this. How about a paid hour every week to butt fuck your wife or your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever you're into? Picture getting paid for an hour of butt fucking or pussy fuck, whatever you're into. Okay, I'm sorry, I keep bringing that up. But Macro shared this article with me. It's in the Swedish. There's very sweet people over there, but explain to us, Mr. Macro, what the hell this getting paid to screw thing is all about.
So, small Swedish town, one of their, I think it was a council member, or at least the equivalent of a council member. Yeah, Eric Muskos, 42-year-old council member, probably 42-year-old virgin, by the way.
Explains everything.
Proposed all employees, working people in the city, and there's about 2,500 people in that city, or maybe about 4,500. About 500 of those people work, and they proposed paying them an hour a week to go home, have sex, have intercourse. It will help boost the population of the town. It'll improve morale and improve health. Hey, can argue with that.
No. I couldn't either. I mean, now if you're gonna get paid to screw, what if you have babies? You know, at least you got some money saved up for the kid. It depends on how you save it, or you can buy booze with it. I know I'd probably buy booze if I was getting paid to screw. Stick my cock into a beer bottle, whatever I could. Do what I can. I would be down for this if we did this in America. And we were talking about this before the show. How are they going to prove that somebody is actually doing this? Do they have to be married couples, on record, on paper, show that they're married? Or can they just be couples? Or will they have to prove it with a video or picture? What is their plan to actually proving that they're taking this hour? And granted, that's an hour. That's an hour of screwing. That's an hour.
That's a lot of productivity lost over a year if it's people just not screwing. If that's the big idea, but so far it sounds like it's just a proposal that half the people are in shock of and half of the people are in approval of. That No real.
Who would not be in
plans.
approval of this unless they have Christianity in their country? That's very possible. And if you're
Some fundamentalist.
yeah, or feminist, that never get laid.
Yeah, someone did make a good point. I guess some professor who was in on that council meeting said it would be ridiculous for employers to mandate when employees should become intimate.
So
that's
question, if
true.
I guess you're going to prove it, that could be another thing. You do it in the office. They have a special room. There's some cameras in there, and it's live streaming to the internet. There's got to be a catch. There's a catch to this.
Well, if you look at work like a prison, just look at that like a conjugal visit.
Okay. I can deal with that.
I could totally deal with that, but it might work well for the women, but us men, we want to nap after sex. We don't want to go back to work. So if they implement this, it better be at the end of the day. Like, oh, here you go. You get off 1 hour early. Go fuck your wife.
Yeah, exactly. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
I like it a lot.
Well, we're getting ready to wrap up the show. We have definitely hit the 1 hour mark. I don't even know where the show. We were all over the place tonight, but I like it. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. So I guess I should tell you what I'm planning next. I've been having this Pine 64 in the closet. I actually have 2 of them now, and I don't know what to do with them. I think it's time to make a doggy cam. As you know from the previous video, we got a new member of the family. We got a doggy. I want to make a doggy cam, a Linux doggy cam for the server rack. I think the Pine 64 would be perfect for that, but we'll also test it to see how well it performs as a full-time desktop computer. But I'm not expecting much out of that dimension because of the support of the product with the other products that are out there. It's probably going to make a damn good server, though. It's going to make a damn good server. And in the future, parts are in ordering for a fully functional Linux podcast studio. Recently, a client came to me and said, I want to get into podcasting. I want to do this. He already has a recording studio of his own, so he's got all the equipment, the foam, everything. It's a full working recording studio. I'm going to convert this recording studio into a Linux-powered podcasting studio. So yes, I'll be vlogging this. I'm even kind of challenging myself because at least with this situation, he's never used any software like Adobe Premiere or other programs in the Windows world. He has been using Linux, so he understands it. So I believe I can train him, like a puppy, and help build this Linux studio. There has been other Linux podcast studios out there that have been trying to reach the goal of becoming a fully functional Linux-powered podcast network. And a client came to me wanting to do just that, and that's what we're going to build for them. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. Oh, and hopefully once we get this set up, we will go and record the Geeking Off podcast on location at that studio, and then we'll kind of launch his show and kind of give him a little platform for what he's going to do. And all I can say, his show is going to be about like politics, government, Donald Trump. It's going to be a different type of topic, and I'm going to join his show and see where it goes. I don't know. I've never been on a political show. It could be interesting. We'll see where it goes. So for a Geeking Off podcast, we'll have him come on and do what he wants to do. So it's something to look forward to. Join us in the future for when that day comes. It's going to be a lot of fun. And next in videos, oh boy, I just keep going on and on and on and on. I know I'm trying to wrap this up and it's already going on 4 minutes. Next video is a J vlog. It's been a while. J vlog 30 is coming out. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Well, not really beautiful, but it's going to be a big one, a long one. It's going to be enjoyable. I'm sorry for some of you that have been sitting there waiting for one of these. It's coming. And I'm probably going to have to edit it a little bit because we go into a hentai shop around a hentai store. So I can't, of course, upload that to YouTube. So what should I do with the hentai section of the shopping? Should I upload to another website? Mark, what did you suggest? Well, you said there's a perfect site that I could upload this hentai shopping experience too.
Yeah, I've forgotten what I said to you, but
I think it was Pornhub.
Pornhub, because I even found My Little Pony episodes on it, even though there's nothing to do with porn.
Okay, that's what I was interesting to know is, could I upload a vlog to Pornhub?
Porno vlog.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Brilliant.
It'd sell. It'd sell. Somebody would buy it.
I just set up a Discord server or Discord. You know.
And Mark's setting up a Discord server. We're hooking him up. And tomorrow, Mark, what's going on tomorrow or today for you? You got something special? I'll be co-hosting with you later on today, tomorrow, however that works. So go ahead, shout out what you want to shout out about what you're doing tomorrow.
Well, I need to go meet Thomas again because I'm trying to fix his bloody laptop. It's not booting up. It's not booting up to Windows. I've got to get his fucking charger.
No, if he's never tried Ubuntu, pop that shit in there. Let him try it. Just at least let him try it. See what he thinks.
I know, but I can't just blow Linux just like that to him.
Okay. Just put it on a thumb drive and put it in a live environment. And say, give it a try. Oh.
Give it a try. And Bob
yes. Okay, well, I guess that brings us to our main closing. Last week, Macro got to choose what was on the poll. Do you trust the Internet of Things devices? 1 vote for yes, they make life easier. 5 votes for no, they're going to hack the world. And 2 votes for I do not care. I think that speaks for itself. Macro, where did you think those results were going to go? What were you expecting out of that? Yeah, you're muted, Macro. Macro's muted himself, so we can't hear him.
Crap. Sorry. I just love the timing of it, though. Yesterday, Brian Lunduk put out a video. The Internet of Things is going to destroy us all.
It's over. We're fucked.
It's going to make life easier, but they're going to ruin all of us. Absolutely. Convenience. Either convenience or hacked to shit. Yeah.
Our garage doors are going to be opening themselves. It's going to be a free reign for all. Our security cameras are going to be turned off.
Toilets flushing compulsively.
Yep. It's the new age of being butt fucked. Okay. So, what should our next poll be about? Mark, do you want to do something this time?
I just come up with something. Maybe it's a common question, or
Okay.
If you wanted, if you're a gamer, would you choose Intel or AMD?
Perfect. I think that fits with the show. If
Yeah.
you are a gamer, would you choose Intel or AMD? That works. That works. That works.
Would you buy AMD? I'd buy AMD.
If it can do porn, I'm happy, right? We can all be happy.
Because I have seen most people on YouTube do gaming and have bloody AMD. And if AMD are so crap, how comes they're sticking with that AMD?
Because they save money, can put that more toward the graphics card because that counts more. But we can get into that later.
Yeah.
It's a cheap thing. It's for poor people.
Yep, and it'll burn your house down. Barnacle Nerdgasm 2015. Anyways, it's time to wind this up. You can hit us up at anthrit.com or at the geekingoffpodcast.com. You can subscribe via the RSS feed or iTunes or Google Play Music, because this is music, right? It's Google Play Music. I don't know. But that's what's going down. So hit us up there. Check it out. Give us some feedback in the comments. You can cuss us out, dislike us. We don't care. We like to have fun around here. It's a good time. It's a beautiful time. It's a great time for any time in America, because that's the way we like to roll out in a house. I don't know.
Any time around the world, actually, because you're trying to dominate the time zones. We dominate time zones, Anthony.
That's right. You live in the damn future.
Yeah,
Why?
but we control your time.
Oh, damn it. That's right. You're right. Every time. From this time. Folks, keep on clicking.
Cluck, cluck.
Cluck, cluck.
Especially not
Wow. Wow, that could be taken in so many ways right there.
especially on these keyboards.
Oh. Anthony from AnthWare signing off. Good night, folks, and good bite.
Computers.
And that was not the outro. It happens. And it's still not showing the outro. There we go. I got it this time. Too many moving parts. Good night, guys. What? In the butt.
Anyone else over here? Come on up, come on in.
The cringe god. I am the cringe of gods. God of cringe, yes, that's what I am. Shout out to Eclipse Technology. Yeah. Sparta! Sorry about your ears.
No, you're not.